everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Week That Was. This is episode 8, which, if you're keeping track at home, means we've crossed the 2-month mark of this show. That is not very much in any way significant to me, outside of the fact that I've been doing this for 2 months of my life. There's no balloons or any kind of party that's going to happen. The virtual background is still the same. Maybe, when we get to 6 months or a year or something like that, we could have a good time. But today we're just going to have a good time in other ways by talking about the latest developments, which over the past week has been awesome. If you caught Trent's CEO update, you'll understand why. The updated roadmap is, it's adventurous and it's exciting, and it makes us one of the most undervalued, if not the most undervalued, crypto project in the entire industry. So with that being said, I got a lot on the plate for today, so let's get right to it.
All right, guys, and here it is, the updated roadmap that I was just mentioning. This is the Q2 page from the updated version of our white paper. And the first two yellow tagged items that are here on the third and fourth row both deal with wrapping MRX. One is using the ETH bridge for a listing on Uniswap. And the second is, of course, a BSC bridge for a listing on Pancake. Now, I am super excited, and I know that there's a lot more added benefits that come with, having MRX wrapped for both of these, different exchanges. But I'm really looking forward to the listings that this provides. Uniswap and Pancake are fast becoming the most popular, exchanges for popularity, for volume, for liquidity, and the world is shifting and moving in this direction. So to be ahead of the curve here and really understand where the market and the that crypto space is headed is going to serve Metrix very well, and I'm really looking forward to this. So we hired a couple new developers, and one of them is working strictly on these objectives here. So to have this in place by the end of this quarter, which is 2 more months, is really exciting. We also have, introduced merchants to accept MRX, and this goes towards what Trent was talking about in his update video. That it has to do with our upcoming partnership, which is going to be massive. It is going to be an integral part of how Metrix grows as a company in order to help further the advancement of mass adoption of cryptocurrency. We are not kidding when we talk about wanting to be a major player in allowing cryptocurrency to become a part of our daily lives as a society. And finding a proper payment gateway just opens up so many possibilities. And I don't know if this has fully been grasped by people, even in our own community, but people outside of our community that are checking out Metrix really need to understand how important this is to be able to not only transfer coins, from MRX to certain fiats or other cryptos, but this is going to be very important when dealing with our partners, to be able to go to potential partners and say, hey, look, you don't have to use something like Bitcoin that takes 30 minutes and costs, a ton of money in order to do a transaction. We have Metrix, which has very small fees, and it's very fast, and you can accept that at your business, and we can do all sorts of businesses. Any business that you can think of, we can now incorporate Metrix into those partnership conversations. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And that's kind of what we've been doing anyway. We've been working on this payment gateway thing for for a long time, and Trent is finally able to nail it down for the most part. We're just waiting on a few I's to be dotted and a couple T's to be crossed, but that is looking real good, and that's real exciting for Metrix and its future in that area of our growth. We also have marketing. We have a couple. You can see here the rebranding and development of a secret product. I'm not going to be getting into that, but producing the Blockchain Chronicles series, that has been a new development that I'm not sure too many people really understand. Like, the team is hard at work. If you go to Telegram or you go to Discord, you can see people saying, oh, we need marketing, and the team hears you, and we're working hard to do that. We're growing our social media pages. We have 3 channels of YouTube content now. We have this channel that you're watching right now. We have the official Metrix Coin News page on YouTube, and then we also now have the Blockchain Chronicles series, where we're going to be interviewing people from all over the crypto community space, and also with people not in the crypto community space that want to become part of it, to talk to them about their experience with blockchain technology and talk to them about the excitement that it brings to the world that we live in. Those are going to be going out hopefully once or twice a week, and we've already put out a couple episodes, and we're just going to keep developing those. It's just one more avenue that we're exploring. So 3 YouTube channels of content, social media pages are growing, and we have a great marketing director. His handle is The Raw Founder, and you can find him on Twitter and also in our Discord. He's a great guy, and the marketing team of guys meets about once a week, once every 2 weeks, in person over Zoom. We also, have a chat room in Discord where we talk all the time. So those things are constantly in motion, and we're always working on new ideas to get the word out about Metrix. And then you can see also here into quarter 3, we want to try and incorporate a tip bot into Telegram. And then also the short address platform that Trent was talking about in his last video. But as you can see, there's so much going on with Metrix Coin. It's unbelievable that we are still ranked in the top 600 coins. Sure, that's great. When you think, out of 9,000, we're at, number 600 or whatever it is. But to not be a top 100 coin, that's why we have that as our goal. Because, how many other projects do you know are working on the things that we're working on with a esports gaming platform, with talking to, over 200 potential clients for a partner like ATS and how to integrate Metrix into their business operations. How many other coins are working to get their coin used on a debit or credit card with a company like Vendit? How many are listed on or going to be listed on Uniswap, Pancake, as well as a top 10, top 20 crypto exchange, along with the other exchanges that we're already on? How many others are working on a short address platform? How many others are running 3 YouTube channels of content? How many others did a capital raise with their community that sold out in 4 hours for the top 20 exchange that we're going to be on? How many of those other projects have done all of that work as a team for free? The answer is none. So this is just the beginning. The team is growing. The team is not stopping. We have tons and tons of things that I haven't even talked about, which are coming down the pipe, and this is just the beginning. So the time is now to get the word out about Metrix, and that kind of goes into the second part of the video that I really want to discuss, which is a little bit of a right-hand turn here, but we're going to talk about the logic of collective action. This is a portion of a book here, this PDF, but this is a book that came out in 1965. It was written by an economist named Mancur Olson, and he was talking about public goods and the theory of groups, right? And I'm not going to go through and read all of this, but if you're really interested, you can find it online and go through and read what this says in detail. But, the bottom line here is that Olson was talking about collective action. And he was talking about how the bigger a group gets, when, as a group gets bigger and bigger, there comes a time where more and more people within that group will stop participating in what will ultimately be a benefit for them, even if they don't do any work. So if you take that, for example, with like what's going on with Metrix, right? We have a core team, and then we have a team, and then we have dedicated members, and then we have the greater community, right? And as you get closer and closer to the middle, more and more of the people involved towards the middle have a greater attachment to the project itself, emotionally, maybe even financially, but they really want to see like this thing that is Metrix succeed. Not only for the financial reason, I'm guessing, but also for the success at managing and building and becoming successful at creating something that the world will recognize and enjoy as a legitimate source of authority in the cryptocurrency space, right? And every single thing that exists that is a good outcome for a group always has these people at the center, the people that do the most work, the people that are constantly engaged with the to-do list, and then the people that are on the outside, the people that aren't as involved. That's where Olson kind of came up with this language called the free rider, and I'm not saying any of this in a negative way. I'm stating that people that don't do anything but still participate in the benefits of the result, they're called free riders, right? And what can end up happening when people are chasing down a goal is you incur this free rider problem where if nobody participates, then nothing gets accomplished. But what you can find a lot of the times in crypto is, when you go on certain Telegram group pages or different Discord channels or on Twitter, you hear a lot of people that are on the outskirts who just talk, and they just talk and they give their opinions and they talk about, the negatives, and they talk about, what the team should be doing. And especially in the circumstance of Metrix, we're a community-driven coin. Everybody's a volunteer. So the easy answer in response to those kind of comments is join us, do work, get involved. There's no application process. Just jump on in and help out with some tasks. If you don't like something, help change it. Taking that approach to the free rider problem, if more people recognized what it was and more people recognized what Metrix actually, how we operate, then the free rider problem would become less and less. And the, potential for FUD and for people, posting like really wonky things on our different pages, those things would become less and less. But the reality of it is that Olson wrote this about 60 years ago, and he's right. There's always going to be people on the outskirts, and there's always going to be a smaller group in the middle. Now, that is not to say that this is a centralized project. Metrix is not a centralized project. We have people in the middle that have to take care of certain things. But our goal, as much as we possibly can do, is accomplish our central goals with as much decentralization as possible in the process. And that's why we welcome every single person that wants to participate to please do so. Because just pointing out what's wrong is not helping. Yes, you can offer suggestions on what might be able to be improved, but to merely just say there's a marketing problem or we need new exchanges, or I can't tell this person to do this because this is a problem. Okay, great. We thank you for that. But what are you actually doing to improve the project, to actually take this to the next level? Do you really think that there's going to be dozens and dozens and thousands of people that are just going to find Metrix randomly because we post a YouTube video? I don't think so. This comes from collective action, from the entire community, to actually share what we're posting, to talk about Metrix without being prompted to by the team, to take this thing that has amazing promise and share it with the world, to do your part. And that's what I hope this video can come across as, is as a galvanizing kind of message that asks you to share posts, to like posts, to recommend YouTube videos to friends, to post things in different web pages, to go on Reddit and talk about Metrix, to go on Twitter or Telegram and talk about Metrix, to help out the team by not only suggesting things, but actually doing things. That's what we would love to see. Because when we're all working together, things get done and we move closer to the good at the end of the road. This is now month 2 of making this YouTube video. From the beginning, I have said I am doing this in the hopes that somebody else will start their own YouTube channel. To date, there has been no new YouTube channel from anyone, and I'm hoping that that will change. I'm hoping that it comes from not only just in the middle of the Metrix bubble, but that it comes from somebody who just watches this and they say, you know what, I want to help out and I want to create content. And you don't have to show your face on these videos. You can do it just how I'm doing it right now by just showing you the screen and talking. Now, it also doesn't just have to be YouTube content. It could be helping out the team, just coming into Discord or Telegram and saying, what can I do to help? And these are some skills that I can bring to the table. What do you want me to do? And if you have no skills, it doesn't matter. Just do what I said before and go on Facebook and shill. Go on Twitter and shill. Tell people it's not fake. It's good. It's real. We're a real project and we're doing all of these things that I just showed, on this roadmap. It's just green check mark after green check mark. So, I hope that this came across in a good way. I might have run on a little bit long, but this is really important to me. And the time for action is now. It's 2021. We are in the middle of a bull cycle, and we want to get Metrix out to as many people as possible while the eyes are upon us. So let's do it, Metroids. I hope that you have a great week, and I will talk to you next week. Take care.